So I knew it was going to happen. I knew that releasing the 12 Kings and the top 25 was going to result in drama and treachery and discussion and pressure. I knew I'd set something afloat here that I might regret. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do this on camera today. And before we go down this slippery slope, I'm wearing a gold G-Shock. Gold because it's cool, and I'm still trying to find a way of showing you these watches that I wear, and so it doesn't look ridiculous, and I don't look demented when I put them up to the camera. Anyway, let's get over to the 12 Kings and the top 25. Oh dear, oh dear. Making known the 12 Kings and the top 25. Basically, I've had a gun put to my head, and H, Moser and C, they are going to have to appear on this list. I don't know how to get around this. And before we go there, let me just show you this G-Shock again. How cool is that? I mean, it is, I know this, I know this was released 4 years ago. I know that, and I know that I've had it 4 days. So it's only been in a box for 4 years. And it's been maturing like a fine cheese or a fine wine. And I thought to myself, that's just the way these things are sometimes. We're just going to have to go there. Anyway, we have a huge problem here. I knew that releasing the original top 25 was going to cause me nothing but heartache and sorrow. I've had a number of complaints. I've had a number of fallouts with people. I've had a number of threats of friendship and harsh discussion, and claims that I'm a terrible person because, namely, of the top 12, the 12 Kings. The 12 Kings has caused me utmost trouble, especially positions number 1 and 2. I seem to be inundated with threats of losing friendship and threats of verbal abuse, because G-Shock is in number 1 position. Now look, you know, my bank details are available on request, and you know, grease my palm, and I am sure that this list can change very quickly overnight, and I can come up with a fabulous explanation why they deserve to be there. But on this occasion, the backstory is very complicated. The relationships are very higgledy-piggledy. People have lost their cool. There is treachery and drama. It's been terrible. And to make this problem go away, I have to put H, Moser and C on this list. It has to appear. It has to appear in one of these numbers. Now, straight away, the 12 Kings. I mean, these positions are really tough to move. You know, once your grubby paws go down on the top 12, once you become a king, it's difficult to move you. There has to be a lot of persuasion, and there has to be a lot of euros deposited into my bank account before one of the kings gets moved. You know, I'm sorry, but that is the way it goes. Now, you know, being very polite and nice to me, yes, that can have an impact. number 13 to 25. This is all malleable based on the level of threat that I receive, or the threat of harsh conversation and falling out. You know, I am malleable on positions number 13 to 25. Now, but the meat and potatoes of today's video is really the introduction of H. Moser and C onto this list, that I don't have a choice. I'm the risk of falling out with more people, me receiving harsh comments and drama from other persons. I've decided, because it's the path of least resistance, to put H. Moser and C on this list. But the unfortunate problem, the gun to the head that I'm receiving, the rock and hard place that I'm sat in, I'm going to have to move one of these contenders, which are Apple Watch, Panerai, Breitling, Bremont, MB&F, A. Lange & Son, Hamilton, Oris, Bell & Ross, Vacheron Constantin, Resonance, Girard-Perregaux and Audemars Piguet. That is one of those is going to have to face this. It's a bloodbath. I'm going to have to. One of them's going to get it right in the neck, and they'll be off this list, and they're going to be pushed out of place. Now, not necessarily by H. Moser. But H. Moser is going to demand that one of these leaves. It is the new kid on the block. I'm under verbal pressure, under the possibility of drama and nothing but earache if I don't stick H. Moser in one of these positions, 13 to 25. Now, just like me, you can see the contenders. We're starting with Apple. Actually, that has just reminded me to talk about iOS and Android compatibility. And one of the things I've thought to myself is this. Imagine if Apple also offered an Android app to drive the Apple Watch, like it does with iOS. Imagine if Apple just dropped this bombshell and they said, no longer is the Apple Watch, no longer do you need an iPhone to drive the thing. The Apple Watch now will stand alone. We've created an Android app. All you need is a Bluetooth connection. You can download the app onto a laptop or a Windows laptop, and you can connect the watch yourself. And if you don't want to download anything, the watch is a standalone device. Now, I'm going to come clean. If Apple do that, if I find out that Apple does that with the Apple Watch, the Apple Watch will then claim king status. It will definitely be one of the 12, which is terrible, because it means one of the 12 kings it would face the guillotine, and it would likely end up over in the top 25. But if a king was replaced and it faced the guillotine, the fact that it hadn't watched its guard might mean that it doesn't even enter the top 25. It's simply booted from the ranking. It's no longer a king. We are all depressed and embarrassed, and we just don't want it ever mentioned ever again. Losing a king position is terrible. It's like chess. You can't be a king and be got in chess. The game over. Now, I've just told you I've just told Apple, if Apple watches this video, I've just told them what the game changer is. It's quite simply this. They make the Apple Watch a standalone device, or they have both an iOS and an Android app that makes it easier for you to drive the Apple Watch. That's the game changer. Now, I should charge you for that because I've just told you how Apple could become one of the 12 kings. So there you go. I can't believe I've done that. Anyway, so Apple at 13 is going to save its place right now. H. Moser is not going to move Apple from 13. I don't really know why. I think it's because of my enthusiasm to keep Apple in the top 25. So Apple is definitely safe. It's safe for now. So I'm going to put safe. Okay, that's not going anywhere. That will stay there. Straight on to the next contendant. The next possible cull is Panerai. Whew, off the top of my head, I just can't help but think Panerai is cool. It's just cool. I don't know. It just hasn't done anything to niggle me right now. I'm going to leave it there. Breitling. Now, Breitling's not as cool as Panerai, I don't think. Breitling is okay, but recently they did a fatal thing. They didn't add the date function, the date complication to one of their new releases. And for that, Breitling, you're getting a question mark. That's tricky for me to reconcile. I'm going to leave you with a question mark there. Bremont. Now, because Nick and Giles are so fabulous, and because what that company is doing, they get to stay. They get to stay in the top 25. I just can't think of why H. Moser would bump them out the way right now. Although, Bremont, you might not stay there forever, but right now, because Nick and Giles are such great guys, they can stay there. MB&F, because of Mac Booser, he stays there straight away. Yeah, no chance. He definitely stays. A. Langer and Son. Because of the one watch that I really like, the Zeitwerk. I keep thinking of saying the Zeitgeist, but I think it's the Zeitwerk. It's the digital automatic. It has the hours on one side, minute on the other, and I think the winding crown is either here or it's there. But that watch puts it in a solid position. Now we've got Hamilton, Oris, and Bell and Ross. You see, right, Oris is safe. Because Bell and Ross have produced some very cool square watches recently, the colorways are fabulous, and I've met them and they are cool, and there's something about Bell and Ross that I like. Hamilton, I don't know. I'm going to have to give Hamilton a question mark. You know, just for the time being, we've got two question marks here, Breitling and Hamilton. Yeah, having a question mark on this list, it's not a good. Yeah, that's you're having a bad day. But we have to go a bit further. Okay, Vacheron Constantin. Now, originally, when it entered the top 25, I actually I'd written down lucky to be in the top 25. And that's because even though I think it's a great company and I know they make fabulous watches, nothing has really ever stood out to me. But I'm just me, and it's just my personal preference. And regarding my personal preference, I thought they have to be here because of their heritage, because of their backstory, things like that. But today, for some reason, I'm going question mark. Yeah, I'm not getting that fuzzy feeling. Okay, Resonance. Yeah. Resonance. You see, I do like their revolving, circular, two-dimensional, oil-filled dial and screen. I do like them, and I like what people say about them, and I like that they're different and they just stood fast. They're getting a pass today. Gerard Perregaux. you see, we are getting to the question marks. Have you noticed, as we go down this list, the question marks start to appear? It is very interesting because my eyes on Gerard Perregaux, and then it falls upon AP. Now, until I get to this sentence, I think, no, AP definitely stays, and Gerard Perregaux gets the question mark. But then I reveal that sentence there. The code 1159. This has, it has left me with sleepless nights. It's left me with horror. It's had me fall out with people. I've contemplated, changing my social circles. It's the code 1159 is. It's not my cup of tea. I have to be honest. It's absolutely not my cup of tea, and it muddies the water. It muddies the Audemars Piguet water of everything else that AP does. Well, that brings us over to the Royal Oak and offshore business. Is AP a one-trick pony? Now, I don't know. Until you get that sentence there, and until I lift my thumb up, AP is safe, and then I reveal that, and that creates this question mark for me, and that's done it. I decided that one of them is going to get a question mark, the other one can stay. Gerard Perregaux. That's it. Okay, we're going to have to go question mark there. Okay, I'm getting close to my decisions here. Right, let's recap. Breitling gets a question mark. Hamilton, a question mark. Gerard Perregaux, question mark. And AP, a question mark. We're getting close. The guillotine has been brought over to the guillotine area, and Mr. Breitling, Mr. Hamilton, Mr. Gerard Perregaux, and Mr. Audemars Piguet, please stand up and walk over to the firing squad over here. I'm very sorry. Thank you for your attendance. The world revolves. I am sorry. But one of you today is going to be removed from this list. And Mr. H. Moser, they've already got their place because of the emotional torment that I have received. That they've already muscled their way in. They've decided that they're taking the gloves off, and I, Master Watch, I'm going to face the wrath of, I think it's Edouard, the CEO. He's actually a really lovely guy. Anyway, H. Moser has come along, and that's it, I've had it. They're coming in. Mr. Breitling, Hamilton, Gerard Perregaux, Audemars Piguet. There's four of you. You're in the corner. You all are holding a question mark, and one of you leaves today. And I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to make this quick. I'm feeling the pressure myself. I'm already reeling from the hate mail and the drama and fallout from this decision. I know that. I can feel it, and I do apologise. And all I can say is I am very, very sorry. And look, we all live for another day. Another day will come, and there's a chance you can come back, okay? And we're going to have to go there. Now, I've made my decision. My decision is this. I was going to go for AP, Audemars Piguet. The one-trick pony business and the code 1159. The code 1159 is unforgivable, and that causes me concern. The one-trick aspect really concerns me. The problem that you state today is I like the Royal Oak and the offshore. You stay today. You are very lucky. You are a lucky chap, Audemars Piguet. Breitling. I feel that you're lucky today. I feel that you are lucky. Dropping a date complication on one of your nicest looking watches is a treachery. It's ruffled feathers. It's ruffled my feathers. I've had lost night's sleep because of what you've done here, dropping that date from one of your top models. I'm very close to making this decision today. I am very close. And I've decided today you're lucky. For some reason, maybe it's the coffee I've had to drink, you're safe. Today I am most sorry. I'm most sorry to say that Gerard Perregaux, today you are fired. Mr. H. Moser, you come in at number 24. I'm not going to move anybody else because I'm quite cross. I'm cross that I had to do this. Hamilton, you can go back to the house. You're safe. I don't know how you've managed that, but you have. Mr. Hamilton, you're safe. Mr. Gerard Perregaux, all I can say to you is you did very well. You got to the top 25, but today, H. Moser has put a gun to my head and I've had to give him your place. I do apologise. I feel all ruffled now. I feel like I need a cup of coffee. I feel burnt. I feel pressured and I need to understand what's gone on over here. Anyway, folks, at that, all I can say is I apologise. I don't feel my best. And I hope everybody is well, and hopefully I will speak to you all again very soon.